How's it going, Rebels? I'm Bonding with ASG. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another event update on Nemesis. And, well, yeah, I gave Kexai a little bit of props on my last video about some changes and altercations. Scratch that. Yeah, they have completely lost their ever-loving fucking minds with this event. I'm excited about it because it's going to bring some extremely high-level tech into the game that any new player is going to really wish they were not a new player anymore. We're talking about the Dominion carrier, which is oddly Vega, a Star Trek reference, which I'm sure Doc would appreciate, but at the same time, come on, the Dominion? The Fenrir was more appropriate than the Dominion. Like, okay, why? Demon Core? Are you trying to have a relevance of DC? Come on now, that reference just doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. On top of that, the damn thing has 6 fucking squadrons. Are you serious? I'm excited for that, but I feel sorry for anyone who is not able to get it, because this has just become the must-have. This has become the new Ragnarok. Not to mention, it is lazy. I'm about to go into the details real quick. Let me get some numbers out there. First of all, it is 6 squadrons, just like I said, 5,000 health, which is the exact same as the Freya, the Iron Star carrier, which happens to be about 2,000 more than the Ragnarok, so not bad on health, definitely up there. I'm surprised it didn't have 6,000 like all of the other Demon Core stuff. They had more health, base health, than any of the other ships. It's got at least a normal speed of 200, which is the roundabout number for all carriers, as well as 240 sector speed, which I'm surprised both of those are not higher. It really would not have surprised me at this point if both of those numbers for a carrier were not increased. Now here's the big kicker, and it just doesn't make sense. Why in the hell does this thing also have an agility field? Same exact range, which I'm also surprised is not bigger than the Ragnarok. It's got 11,000 meter agility field. Why? We already have the armored thrusters for the Demon Core. Now you're giving them another agility field for the most overpowered carrier in the entire game? Why? And on top of that, it has some kind of -15 squadron mass. Now, is that a base squadron mass, or is that like for Mark II? I don't really get that, because the little diagram wasn't very specific. It just said -15% squadron mass. Negative is... yeah, I don't know, but if 6 squadrons, come on, Kexai, what are you doing here? That is way too overpowered, and I want it. I'm gonna have fun with it. New players, basically, they're saying fuck you. Either coin to get this ship, or you're screwed. Now, I've seen the video for the event fleets, and they look a little bit easier. It doesn't look like we're being completely buttfucked by the event fleets this time around, but at the same time, new players, you might as well quit now. There is no chance a new player will be able to compete in this game without this squadron now. At least before, when the Ragnarok did come out, you had a comparable carrier. While it was not quite as good, it was good enough to do the events. This one is just so unbelievably overpowered. Now let me go into the Spectra Squadron, which is basically a copy clone of the Interceptors with fairly different stats. First of all, it maxes out at 796 tons, not bad, that's fairly reasonable. It's got a DPS of 175, which is about 97 more DPS than the Interceptors. Now it's fairly balanced, I will admit that. Of all of the things that have come out lately, it's probably the most balanced to its counterpart, which is probably going to look and sound exactly the same. It's got a range of about 8,500 meters, which is about 500 less than the Interceptors, but it makes up for that less range in speed. It's got 1,800 meter range for speed, which is about 600 meters per second faster than the Interceptor, but it does lose a little bit of its ability to stay in action because it has 50 less health, bringing it down to 600. So while it's fairly decent in the DPS range, it is a little lacking when it comes to range and health, but it does make up for one other. It has a 25% shield bypass added on top of that, kind of like focal or phase mags or something of that nature. So it could be very useful. I don't know. I still think that the explosive base squadron is still going to be the go-to weapon, especially when you can equip 6 of those damn things. But hey, maybe it's an opportunity to mix and match a little bit. I don't know. Before, we kind of just loaded up with one kind, but 6 slots is a lot of changes going to be coming into the game with that. Now next, we have a completely new base of weapon that a lot of us have been wanting, but not like this. This is just going way too overboard with the energy-based weapons. It's called the Mercury Beam Demon Core Carrier Only. Yeah, you heard me. This thing is carrier-specific weapon. It has 4,000 range, no minimum. Clearly, it's an energy-based weapon. 82 DPS of the max of the Tier 3 version. It's got the second highest damage in the entire energy-based class, with the absolute longest range. That is just ridiculously crazy. Now I'm going to assume, and I know this is making a big assumption for the minion carry, I'm going to hope and assume it only has one special slot. And that special slot would either be for your thrusters, I would assume, or you can equip it for maybe focal. Now if you could equip focal onto these damn things, you're talking over 5,000 meter range weapon in a game like this. Yeah, no. That's just going to be so overpowered if you can put focal on these damn things. It's going to break the game, the meta. It's just going to be horrifying. Please, Kexi, do not allow us to put focal on this damn thing. That's just, it's laughable because I think of how much fun that it's going to be to use, but how much it's going to break the game. It's like they're taking the bad ideas and saying, you know what, let's give them a shot. The ideas that used to just be completely shot down in the forums, they're going, yeah, sure, let's try that out. What the hell? What could go wrong? But we've got one more addition that I'm glad to be seeing coming into the game in this manner, and it's the Aurora Ray Turrent. Basically, and just like Aurora Rays, they have the 25% shield bypass built into them. They have a 214 DPS, making them considerably high damage. Now, we don't have the range or anything other than that to add to them because this was not included in the informational graphic on the forums. It was just in the actual video that you've seen a couple times by now. Man, I just don't know what to say. That's pretty much all we can see coming. We've got some of the old stuff coming in. I'm not really going to go over that. Overall, all of this stuff is worth grabbing. And I don't see anything in this particular event that is useless because it's so overpowered and ridiculous. Now, as far as a tier of what to go for first, the minion carrier is an absolute. If you play this game and you want to continue playing this game, get the damn carrier. I don't give a damn about anything else on the list, but get the damn carrier because you're going to need it in order to continue playing this game. You're going to need to get marked up. You're going to need 6 of them because they're going to outclass every single other carrier in the game. It is just laughable at how overpowered this thing is because it has an agility field on top of the 6 squadrons with 5,000 health. It is just... I don't have a word for how overpowered. The freaking alien invasion events are going to just be laughable now because we're going to be able to send so many freaking squadrons down range, especially if you use these new Spectra Squadrons. You're not going to have to worry about anything attacking back, but with that massive 175 DPS, that is crazy how much damage you're going to do to them now. I could see them becoming much easier with that kind of setup. And now with this Mercury beam, I mean, if you can equip focal, which I'm pretty sure you might be able to, it alone might be able to attack the freaking carriers from a distance. It's wow, I'm at a loss of words. Alright, Rebels, that is an overview of this event. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm wrapping this up because I need to go get a drink or something. This event is gonna be... I might just have to, like, take a little bit of time off of work to do this event, because if I don't, I'm going to be just completely outclassed no matter who I go up against. Later, Rebels. Y'all have fun with this one. Bonding out. Peace. What's up, gamers? If you like what you saw, I've got a couple more videos in the annotations. One from myself, Burning the M, another from my buddy Rose, Lily97. Check them out, and also hit that like, subscribe, and everything. Also follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Google+, all the places we should, and some we shouldn't. Laters.